Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Chaemiko versus Lin, this game taking place here on Tide Hunters. Chaemiko has spawned as the red human on the bottom right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, we have Lin spawning as the blue orc over here on the top left. This is human versus orc 1v1 match. I'm going to go ahead and speed things up to get to that 2-minute mark. It looks as though it is going to be Farseer Headhunters, basing on the timing, lack of barracks, and that war mill. Meanwhile, it looks as though... Wait, Chaemiko not going for a barracks. So Chaemiko opening it up, not going for a barracks at all. Instead, maybe going for a fast tech to tier 2, getting up that Altar of Kings. And, well, this is going to be something to keep a very close eye on. Archmage opening up here. Sea Giant, you got to be very careful. He does do that spin attack, and if he does 3 or 4 spin attacks, an army of militia just does get taken down very, very quickly. Meanwhile, Lin off to the north here, going after the giant sea turtle. Absorbing a little bit too much damage on that Farseer, decided to back away and let his summon absorb some of that damage instead. Coming back down here, tech to tier 2 already begun at the 2-minute 30-second mark. There is an arcane tower here, and now new militia are going to get called over to try and clear out a different green creep camp, only to spot the Farseer already there. Farseer now going to continue to back away. Gloves of Haste on the Archmage units are now looking to retreat back here as the Archmage and the Water Elemental going after the Murloc Flesh Eaters down to the south. Archmage going to purposely try to pull back here. Farseer and going to look around and go, wait, there is no barracks. What is going on here? Are you doing some militia creeping and going to find exactly that? Pick up the Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3. And, no, does not pick up the Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3. Chaemiko having the foresight to actually destroy the item to make sure that the Farseer doesn't get the item for additional gold. All right, there goes an ensnare onto a Headhunter by the creeps. Archmage of Chaemiko able to finish that off. A little bit of luck there. As we're looking at new summons coming back down, Archmage does have a bit of a benefit here. Archmage does move around very, very quickly. Is he going to be able to get off that final shot off? One more shot on the Headhunter, and the Headhunter does end up getting taken down. All right, level 2 on the Archmage, still level 1 on that Farseer. Farseer, however, significantly more hit points and could put more pressure on to this Archmage here as the Archmage trying to double back around the other way, get away from the wolves and that Headhunter now. All right, little bit of damage absorbed here. Meanwhile, the Farseer looking to go after this giant sea turtle creep camp, perhaps trying to get to level 2 quickly. Is he going to be able to absorb that damage or steal that kill? No, he is not. Water Elemental unable to get the final shot off there, as the Farseer now perhaps going to turn back around and try to go after some additional creeps as well. Circlet of Mobility picked up by Chaemiko as he wanders back off to the north. Now, we do finally see a barracks placed down and a blacksmith added in. Double farms here. Chaemiko's Sim City actually looking a bit strange. Not your typical build at all, as we're still looking at a good number of giant sea turtles and this Makura Snapper. This giant lobster of a thing attacking back once more. Farseer continuing to battle it back and forth once again. Where is the Archmage? Archmage able to get in a little bit of damage. Has 2 circlets of nobility. Is he going to try to go after the Snapper? No, he is not. He's actually trying to get some damage off onto the Farseers or those other units there. Oh, he may actually go after the Snapper here. Is he going to get the final kill off? Oh no, he does not get the kill. Chain Lightning finishes it off right there. Farseer of Lin with some beautiful micro, able to get that last shot off there. Archmage now trying to retreat back, does have the potion of replenishment, but needs to run away from the Spirit Wolf in order to do anything here, and well, that is going to get interrupted pretty easily. All right, he is running around the corner, and he is going to get forced turned around. The healing was stopped, but that's all he really needed, as he's going to continue to run back away again. All right, Mountain King going to be joining back out here onto the battlefield. We are looking at a Tauren Chieftain as the second hero. Farseer in that frontline spot, absorbing Spirit Wolves in that frontline spot alongside the Farseer. We're looking at the Reef Elemental still getting in a little bit of damage here as the Archmage comes back around and says, you know what, can I pick off any of these units? And looks like he will be able to get 1, if not 2 of these Headhunters. Nope. Gonna get denied. Beautifully done once more by Lin to deny that experience. Mountain King now out onto the battlefield. Tauren Chieftain out with Endurance Aura first. no Panda, and it might be Stormbolt Thunderclap coming across as the Stormbolt now comes across here. Are we going to see a 3-unit surround? Yes, we are going to see a 3-unit for surround. Farseer could be in a little bit of trouble. Scroll of Town Portal was at the ready and also had a Potion of Greater Healing. Coming back across off to the north here, maybe able to pick off some of those additional units, sniping down one of those headhunters. Mountain King still has a little bit of mana to go, trying to go after these units again still and still as the Spirit Wolves are going after the Riflemen. All right, both sides taking heavy casualties so far. Archmage absorbing quite a bit of damage. He's going to be forced to retreat back. Archmage with surprising amount of hit points, even though it is at level 2 for 575 hit points with better regeneration with +4 to every single stat. Mountain King. Well, Farseer is right there trying to finish off some more of these riflemen again. Going to be able to do exactly that. And Lin really coming out ahead. Chaemiko could be in a bit of trouble here as the Tauren Chieftain gets closer to level 2. And then we'll have access to Stomp. Water Elemental going to easily get taken down as the Farseer is at 3. Tauren Chieftain is at 1, almost at 2. Going up against Mountain King, who is at 1, Rifle Priest now going to be working together as the Archmage is still only at level 2 after all this time, even though he had the hero level advantage first. Dropping in a Water Elemental, Mountain King trying to get into engagement here, trying to pull back some of these, additional Murlocs, get some more experience. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain is at level 2 with a large number of items, double Rings of Protection. Not necessarily the best items, but on the Tauren Chieftain, giving him 8 armor this early in the game, makes him just that much more difficult to try and take down. Sorceress Priest Rifleman, only 1 Rifleman in the group so far, so Chaemiko has been unable to micro his units and his Riflemen to keep them alive. Chaemiko is falling further behind here, 40, even though he does have the supply lead, 41 compared to 38. Hero level advantage belonging solely to Lin, as Lin gets even more experience easily now that he has shamans with Purge. Going after these units here, we are looking at into a transition for Spellbreakers to perhaps control magic and steal back some of those Spirit Wolves, get in some damage. Meanwhile, Rock Golem getting pulled in from the high ground here, gonna get turned around, gonna get surrounded. No easy way back out of this spot, and that Rock Golem will get taken down pretty quickly. Oh, it's just trying to wander around. Meanwhile, Scourge, Bone Chimes, Tauren Chieftain now having a little bit of Vampiric Aura alongside of those Dire Wolves as well. Meanwhile, Archmage is able to get up to level 3. Mountain King able to get up to level 2. Has not chosen that second ability as of yet. The Archmage surprisingly goes for level 2 Brilliance Aura first, giving that Mountain King and all of these casters a bit more mana. Mountain King now with the double circlets of nobility transferred on over. Also with that Ring of Regeneration, regenerating quite a bit of hit points as well. 315 mana on that Mountain King. Rather scary as he is 7 experience shy from getting level 2 Stormbolt. Vampiric Aura making a little bit of a difference there for the Raiders and the Grunts. Farseer, however, is the one absorbing all of that damage. No real reason they're going to go in and back away, healing salve as to be expected. Tauren Chieftain now with, plus 9 armor between 3 Rings of Protection, already up to plus 12, and now has True Shot Aura as well. Good morning. How was vacation? What did you do? Was not a vacation. Work was calling me in the morning every day at 6:30. So pre-scheduled meetings, so having to deal with just working every morning at 6:30, prepping for that meeting. No time to cast, unfortunately. Coming back through Gargantuan Sea Turtle 744. Mountain King sitting at level 3 does go for level 2 Thunderclap over level 2 Stormbolt there. Gargantuan Sea Turtle easily going to get taken down. Archmage purposely backing away, and the Mountain King now trying to get to level 4. If it can get to level 4, things can switch back around, as both sides have not fought against each other since the early portion and early stages of this game. Farseer is at 4, Tauren Chieftain is at 3, Archmage is at 3, and the Mountain King is at 4. Hope it wasn't too bad. Well, glad to be back. Glad to see some viewers. Hopefully, I can rebuild my numbers after a week-long hiatus, and then that's one of the reasons why I'm not a full-time caster. It's you go away for a week and your numbers drop off significantly. So things do get tough. Archmage going after this, well, this orange creep camp here, one of the last remaining creep camps on the map. Archmage does have a Book of the Dead, which is pretty useful, knowing that his opponent does not have Spirit Walkers and only has the Shaman. Shamans normally don't want to try and purge down all of that Book of the Dead. It just drains their mana far too much, allowing the Archmage to actually use those water elementals much more effectively. Chaemiko now in low upkeep alongside Lin. No one with any expansions as of yet, as the last Murloc Huntsman will get taken down. I take it back, there is an expansion off to the north, and it is more than fully saturated with, I believe, 7 peons on that gold mine. Not quite sure what the reasoning is for that, but it is going to be 2 bases to 1 Illusion, Wind Riders, as well Raiders looking to put on pressure, and 1 Priest comes out, joins in on the battlefield, only to quickly get ensnared and will get sniped down. All right, flanking in from the north, Tauren Chieftain, Mountain King, both sides looking to, well, land a bit of a surprise. Wind Rider quickly in a bit of trouble. There's Lightning Shield, there's Thunderclap, Chain Lightning bouncing around as the Militia now trying to retreat back after taking a bit of damage. There's a Thunderclap coming back the other way, slowing multiple units. Raiders and Grunts ending up getting slowed. There's a Book of the Dead here as we see a bunch of Purges and Stomps now coming on through. Kodo Beast is eating a Sorceress here as the Spellbreakers are trying to retreat back. 62 supply compared to 55. Home field advantage for Chaemiko, but will it really matter all that much as a Grunt is going after a Spellbreaker right there? Rifleman continuing to battle it through. Is that Grunt going to be able to get in that necessary damage, as it is just, well, full on trying to go after that Spellbreaker once more? Wind Riders, Kodo Beast, all trying to retreat. Do we have the Mountain King with Boots of Speed or anything that can slow down Stormbolt onto that Kodo Beast, and that Sorceress will be able to recharge here pretty quickly. Mountain King going to perhaps try to finish off that Shaman. I believe the Mountain King did have a Clarity Potion, but, well, got attacked by the Shaman, and the Mountain King says to the Shaman, I know what to do with you. 60 supply compared to 61. Chaemiko having the slightly larger army. Chaemiko, well, as Lin, currently sitting on only, well, if that's 7 peons there, and then there's 5 peons here. That means that there's no workers on lumber for Lin at all, and oversaturation off to the north. All right, peons are going to try and retreat back here. Mountain King, is he going to get in a Thunderclap or do anything of that nature? No, just going straight after the expansion. Meanwhile, Militia trying to get called over. They're going to be forced to retreat back as the Spellbreaker gets ensnared, and that will get sniped down. The expansion of Lin really not going to pay for itself all too much. A little bit of gold was mined from there, about I believe about 2,000, but the additional peons, the loss of gold being in higher upkeep for peons that aren't really doing anything currently, as the peons are now trying to retreat back. We're looking at an engagement in the center portion. Kodo Beast in the backfield. Wind Rider is going to try and engage here, and here we are. Mountain King in that frontline spot. Beautiful Thunderclap slowing things down. Tauren Chieftain unable to launch a stomp here. Meanwhile, that Tauren Chieftain is the illusionary Tauren Chieftain completely being ignored. There is another Thunderclap, level 5 now on the Mountain King. Level 3 Thunderclap is going to be underway. Potion of Greater Healing on that Mountain King as well, as he's trying to stick behind and get in some large Thunderclaps there. Tauren Chieftain continuing to try to land in some more attacks. Mountain King needs to get healed up. Is the Mountain King going to go after any of those units? Spellbreakers coming back the other way. Priest get picked down. 57 supply compared to 63. Lin now with the supply advantage. Both sides fighting their way through. Mountain King in a line up. There's another big Thunderclap right there, slowing and removing a lot of that damage. Lightning Shield onto the Mountain King. Mountain King's Lightning Shield is actually dealing back damage the other way. Mountain King could now be in trouble, as he does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Is he going to use it? That is the question there, as the Mountain King does use the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability and may try to get in another Thunderclap or some extra bit of damage. All right, going after one Grunt. One Grunt now taken down. Another Grunt about to get taken down. There it goes. Mountain King, invisibility to try and stay alive as the Spellbreaker trying to retreat back. There was, I believe, a Purge there. Mountain King could be in trouble, down to 275 hit points. And there's a stun. Tauren Chieftain going to finish it off as the level 5 Farseer able to get a level 2 Chain Lightning off, but the Tauren Chieftain running away, and with that Endurance Aura able to escape the fireballs and damage from the Spellbreaker and Archmage to live and fight another day. Tauren Chieftain escaping at 4 hit points as the units are now trying to retreat back once more. All right, slow on that Farseer here. Is it going to be able to break free? Tauren Chieftain still low on hit points, regenerating rather nicely with a healing salve once more as the Mountain King now back out onto the battlefield. Mountain King onto the battlefield here. Is he going to have enough mana? Tauren Chieftain with Clarity Potion, Replenishment Potion, trying to get in some damage. All right, Mountain King could be in trouble. Are we going to see a stomp? Yes, we are. Mountain King could get taken down again. That could be bad news. Scroll of Town Portal, invisibility coming back around. There's a Dust of Appearance as the Farseer could be in trouble. Farseer down to 15 hit points, down to 16. Fireball dodge by the Scroll of Town Portal, burning 350 gold, but denying that extra bit of experience as a Scroll of Speed used by the Tauren Chieftain to get away. Big turnarounds once more. Tauren Chieftain heading back off to the north. Units of Lin trying to regroup. Coming back through, Archmage, Riflemen, Spellbreakers, putting in pressure onto the Orc Burrow here. Mountain King purposely hanging back as an Arcane Vault being built here. Orc Burrows, no fortified armor on these burrows here as the Voodoo Lounge is about to get taken down. Meanwhile, down to the south here, we are looking at a new Great Hall trying to be established by Lin as that Voodoo Lounge looks to be destroyed. 47 supply compared to 37. Lin is in some serious trouble here as this Great Hall could end up getting taken down. It's probably just going to get canceled. It will refund some of that gold here in just a moment. Yes, there it goes. Last 300 hit points not necessary as the Mountain King, well, just goes into hiding. Archmage, Mountain King, ready to move once more. Lin in the center portion of the map. Items going to be, well, items going to be purchased. We're looking at, well, another 3 minutes, or sorry, 5 minutes of mining, 4 minutes of mining on both sides. And are we just going to be seeing one base play constantly trying to avoid a low upkeep right now, trying to bank as much gold as they can? Chaemiko getting up to 400 gold. Meanwhile, Lin still not yet at the upper end, but does get a level 5 Tauren Chieftain, and still has that level 5 Farseer. It is going to be level 3 Chain Lightning and a level 3 Stomp, which will add up quite a bit of damage. All right, Archmage already in trouble. Stomp going to be inbound. There it is. There is the Stomp. Invisibility here is the Archmage. He is revealed with that Dust of Appearance, trying to come back the other way. Purge going down onto the Water Mental, quickly getting, well, brought down there. Meanwhile, Kodo Beast trying to retreat back. There's a couple more Purges as well, as we're just purging off all of that slow. Tauren Chieftain now could be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get surrounded, and, well, what are we going to see here? Tauren Chieftain is surrounded. There is a Thunderclap slow. He's trying to head back again as the Raider going to get taken down. Mountain King does not have enough mana for a Stormbolt as the Tauren Chieftain able to retreat back. Spellbreakers with 2-1 upgrades leading the charge. Chaemiko has, well, the army size advantage and the weapon upgrade advantage. Lin has a slight experience advantage as well, as the units are just running around the map. 41 supply compared to 33 in terms of army size, as the Kodo Beast, well, was trying to get healed back up, only to see a Spellbreaker there. Stormbolt onto a Kodo Beast who is trying to just dine and eat a lunch. Is that going to be able to work? There's a Thunderclap getting one of those Kodo Beast units back out. All right, Archmage lines. Chaemiko is just completely all over the place. Archmage does have a Scroll of Town Portal. Chain Lightning finding multiple targets, and now this could be a problem. Kodo Beast going to end up getting taken down, but the Mountain King is completely by himself, separated. All right, Mountain King completely separated, and Chaemiko could end up losing his split army, losing the Spellbreakers he worked so hard to retrieve from the belly of the beast, as he now retreats back out. Stormbolt onto a last Raider there. There is another Stomp. Mountain King is down to dead as he falls, as the Spellbreaker is now looking to retreat back. All right, Archmage. Are they going to try and resurrect the Mountain King at the tavern? Yes, they are at level 5. He needs a bit of mana. He needs a bit of healing. He needs a bit of everything before this next battle. The Mountain King does have a potion of lesser invulnerability. There is a ring of protect, or a ring of regeneration, trying to help regenerate some of those hit points indeed. But at least Chaemiko knows that there is currently no expansion up and operating for Lin. Lin able to claw back a little bit more into this game, and Lin is getting into that danger zone proposition where the Tauren Chieftain is so close to level 6. We are already looking at a level 6 Farseer, so we could Earthquake be used to try and, well, siege up damage and put some problems as well. Archmage trying to dance around back the other side. Mountain King still has plenty of mana. Archmage only sitting at level 4, so the Mountain King's mana is actually significantly less than where I thought it would be. It reveal right there, but there is no Tauren Chieftain invisible. No Tauren Chieftain coming back the other way. There's the Chain Lightning bouncing around all of those targets here, coupled by a couple of purges onto the water elementals. There's a Thunderclap slowing things down a bit as the Raider is trying to chase after the Sorceresses and other units. Chain Lightning bouncing around once again. Spellbreakers completely immune to all of that damage, but that just highlights the Sorceresses and the Priest to end up taking the damage instead. And that's exactly what, well, the Farseer wants. That's exactly what Lin wants, trying to remove all of those, well, lower hit point units as another Shaman gets taken down. Mountain King trying to retreat back here. Shockwave rips on through. Well, there goes a Shockwave Chain Wave. Chain Lightning and Shockwave pushing on damage. The Tauren Chieftain retraining from Stomp to actually put a bit more pressure, as well as we need to see a couple of priests to be trained up to heal up the Archmage and this Mountain King. Is there no creeps off over here? Archmage 13 experience away from level 5 as a Grunt going to get taken down right there. Grunt taken down. Mountain King seen at level 6. He does have Avatar, and it is going to be online, ready to go once more. 45 supply compared to 29, and Lin looks like he should be able to close out this game if he can hang on to this Archmage and this Mountain King and use that to his advantage. Otherwise, if he loses either of these heroes, that Tauren Chieftain may just get too close to level 6, and, well, level 6 Tauren Chieftain, extremely scary, as the Shockwaves and well, a resurrected full hit point Tauren Chieftain with all that shockwave damage along that backline could cause problems. The backline, however, is small. Only 2 priests, not even any sorceresses here. We could be looking at a purge onto this water elemental. Are we going to see that? Yes, there is a purge onto that water elemental, quickly getting taken down. Tauren Chieftain now only, what, 114 experience shy. All right, Archmage now gets up to level 5. Mountain King sitting at level 6. Mountain King could be in trouble. He, well, it looks as the Avatar cooldown was a little bit off. There it goes. And now sitting at level 6, there's a Shockwave ripping on through. Chain Lightning bouncing around. Tauren Chieftain trying to get a little bit more experience again. Archmage has potions of invulnerability. He's not going to get taken down easily, as the Archmage is still running around the map here. Mountain King is going to be able to get a Stormbolt off onto that Tauren Chieftain, trying to slow things down. Farseer is down across here, and there is a potion of mana. There's a Stormbolt, and the Farseer going to get taken down right there. Tauren Chieftain is now by his lonesome self, and that is gonna be the game. Chaemiko being able to hold on and win this matchup, even though he had the lower score and lost in every category. He lost in unit score, he lost in hero score, he lost in resource score, but still was able to come out in the end, taking down that level 6 Farseer and leaving that Tauren Chieftain out to dry. It felt like all we needed is 1 or 2 small fights for the game to switch the other way, but that game really coming down till the end. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.